It's been about 60 days since I've been diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis, and I want to share the 5 things that I have learned so far. And I think the 5th one might surprise you. But let's just jump right into it. So, number 1 is it actually, to me, it seems like it gets worse before it actually gets better. I have taken supplements, new medication, I've gotten blood tests done or blood work, other tests, x-rays and ultrasounds, all of these things to try and figure out and pinpoint exactly what's wrong and how to help. And when it seemed like I really didn't know what was going on, I guess I wasn't really in tune with it. But now it seems like I've had more, or I would say worse days than I've had better days. And so that's just an observation for me, is that for whatever reason, I felt like it should have gotten better as soon as we knew exactly what it was. But with new medication, it takes some time to get into your system and really start to see some progress and help alleviate some of the swelling and some of the pain. And so moving on to number 2 is that the mood swings are a real thing that no one, or at least my rheumatologist, never really mentioned. And what I mean by that is that I can be great and feeling wonderful, and then at a moment's notice, my hands are hurting, my wrists are hurting, and there is pain there to where now my entire mood changes. And I've seen that, and I've had to address that with myself, because I have 4 kids, and they're all under 10, and I say that 3 of them are under 10, and I have them with me a lot, meaning, I take to school, I drop off, pick up, all those things, to where I had found myself getting short with them, or being short with them, out of frustration with pain and why am I going through all of this, and having the ups and downs and being frustrated, and just the what's the word for it, it's so unpredictable and I can't control it. But then I'm so short-tempered, and I'm usually not, and I had to address that. I had to make sure that, hey, I am not taking this and taking it out on my kids. And so that's one thing that hasn't really been mentioned, or they don't really tell you or prepare you for until you actually go through it. And so number 3 would be surrounding yourself with a community. And so that's something that I've learned, that not everyone is going to understand what you're going through, and it could be hard to find those people to where you can just open up and share, and kind of get a sense of, hey, they know what I'm going through as well. And so it's just finding those people. In my life, I have some family members who have it, and then I also have some people that outside of my family who also have RA or some type of autoimmune disease, to where to the outside we look fine, but we all kind of understand what we're going through on the inside. So I think that's really important to have and find that sense of community. And that is really the biggest motivating factor for me for even starting a YouTube channel, was to have that sense of community, to where someone could go and search because they just found out that they have RA, and they can meet someone who is like them, who is going through it, trying to figure it out, and really has a ton of questions, but just didn't have somewhere to go to get those questions answered. And so that's why I did it, and this is what we're building together. If you're here, thanks for being here, and go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And again, just you're here along for the journey. I don't even know what it's going to look like moving forward each day. I'm just sharing, what's happening with myself, and hopefully you can relate, or you know someone who has RA. You can point them this direction to this community. And so I think we're now on number 4. The fourth thing that I have learned in this process is that if you are not a routine person, you become one. Because if you're going to take your medicine, if you're going to take it on time, and you want to be the best version of yourself, or at least try and put yourself in that position, you have to take your meds, you have to take your supplements, or you have to really, as far as your diet, you have to be very strict with it. You have to have a routine. You have to be consistent. And so really, that's one thing that I've learned, that if you are not a routine or an organized person, you can become one with this, because you have to take your meds daily, sometimes twice a day. And so for those who are a little bit disorganized, this could definitely help you. And for the last thing that I've learned is that if you have not seen a therapist, or you do not have a therapist, you need to get one. You need to go and see them regularly, because this is in my 60 days, I have seen what it has done for me. I know the toll that it has taken. I've always thought myself to be a mentally tough person. I have never been in this position to where I no longer have control of my body. I go from highs to lows and stay at a low, and then I go back to a high. I'm not had to deal with that. And I think every rheumatologist, and if you are a rheumatologist and you're watching, should say, hey, this is what you have. You have RA, or you have some type of autoimmune disease. You probably should also see a therapist, just so you can talk things through. You can share what's going on, and because it's not an easy road. It is such a roller coaster, and it's so up and down, and it doesn't hurt to talk that out. So just wanted to share that, and I didn't want to make it a long video, but I wanted to share those things that I have learned in my first 60 days of dealing with this autoimmune disease. And yeah, that's it. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you tomorrow.